Yeah, hello folks. Welcome to our Moosehead Mondays. What is the date today? December 9th, 2024. Here we are on the 6:15 draw here on Moosehead Mondays. Feature game tonight, sheet 3, as usual. Team Dalrymple versus Team Firefighters of skipped by Adam Murphy. So here we are, joining you a little bit late here this morning. We just had trouble starting the broadcast. Here we are in the first end of our feature matchup. Team Sawhill Dalrymple, they're a U18 team out of our club here at the Gauge, versus the Firefighters champion, former provincial firefighter champions from New Brunswick. I believe that was a few years back, but should be a good game. So already we're seeing Team Murphy with throwing red rocks, Team Sawhill Dalrymple throwing blue rocks. Adam Murphy has a fairly wide open hit here on the outside. If to remove this blue, maybe lie a couple reds if he can hold the shooter on this one. Yeah, Eric Smith with delivery way out, kind of the brooming the edge of the 12 footer. We've been finding this ice has been swinging a lot. We hosted the mixed doubles provincial championship a couple weeks back, and the ice has been definitely swinging quite a lot in those since that event. We've recently flooded sandpaper and all that kind of stuff. So all things that make the ice curl, and well, so it'll be interesting. So a little miss there by Team Murphy on that blue one edge of the 8. Fairly wide open takeout. Just probably didn't take enough ice in that spot, and there's big time curl there, so it wasn't a surprise. So Sawhill will be trying to come around that corner guard and sink another blue rock at this time. A little light on this one by the looks of it. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to work that one all the way in there. So another rock that Adam can roll behind here. Adam, I think it's the first skips rock to this end, Drew? I have Drew Grattan here with us tonight, so he's going to give us some live updates from across the other sheets and other games. Here we go. So Adam just knows the spot now. Eric played the same shot in his first one. It over curled and he just missed it on the inside. So Adam's going to look to make the adjustment here and make contact with that blue rock. And there's lots to roll around in the middle there. So he'll be looking to make a little, maybe a 3-foot roll towards the center line here. Oh, perhaps compensated too much on that one.
Yeah, it wasn't what they
They
wanted.
took a little too much, probably over adjusted from Eric's miss on his first one. So ended up taking out his, hitting it high side and rolling out, taking out his own red rock. So this will be a third try for Team Dalrymple to get another rock in the rings. Sawhill going around with the in-turn side. Adams are not doing much with it right now. Trying to make a curl. Looks like he's got lots of weight.
Oh, jams it.
Unfortunately, dead jams it on something we long thought was out of play. So it gives Sawhill the same shot he pretty much played on his first one. See if he can repeat that for 3. He got really unlucky on that one. Had to hit it in the perfect spot to even come close to jamming that, but unfortunately he did. So here we are already, first end, draw for 3.
Sawhill with the draw anywhere to the rings for 3. They're on and off.
Not touching it coming in. Looks like they were able to sweep that right up the bat. Well, he'll only get 2 in the first end, so little break there for Team Murphy.
Is it better?
Hello folks, after that shot for 2 in the first end there, a little draw for 3 that was missed by Sawhill. So Team Murphy's going to try to build something here in the second end, try to get that back on the board. So just putting things in the middle here currently. Adam has one off to the side here right now that he can work with, but we'll have to come to those ones in the middle. But I think for now he's just trying to tap them around, move them around a little bit. Working it early. This is the spot that does curl quite a bit, so. Yeah, unfortunately over curled there. I think you're going to see them until they get used to the ice here early on. They're going to see them kind of, if they're going to miss, they're going to miss on the over curl side of things here. So right now that's what we're seeing. So Sawhill has an opportunity here to either guard or hit the open 1-2 up by 2, but he's going to be aggressive and throw another guard here. Yeah, so throwing a tight guard here, they're just kind of dusting over. Looks like it has good line. We're a little bit off to the side here, so we're not quite sure if that's 100% buried or not, but it's definitely available to come around and tap that back if Adam wants to do that. So, but I think he'll play some run backs for a little while. Try to make some noise on those 2 on the 4-foot for sure. How many second peels you got on this one here, Drew, you think?
Like 10.
Yeah? We didn't bring our stopwatch tonight to be
No.
able to figure this one out
Do it on
for
my
you.
phone, I suppose. That's probably a good 8, 9.
Unfortunately, nothing going right here so far. That's the second jam of the game we've seen by Team Murphy. A little awkward jam. Is that what we're going to use? That's a sound effect for an awkward jam?
I think, yeah, anything that awkward, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yep, that's the new
so
sound.
another chance to throw the same thing again. Tight guard. Worked last time, so they're just going to try to keep it close to the center line here and start making things more difficult for Team Murphy. Pretty good. I think you're going to see no choice by Team Murphy to run this one back for sure. If they could see any of it before, they couldn't after that one. A little more ice. A little over curl in the last one. They just kind of jammed it on their one on the edge of the 8-foot, so they're going to try to hit it either somewhere close to nose. Should do some damage on the ones in the 4-foot. Off and on. This one seems close. Great shot there, Drew, by Mr. Billings there.
Wonderful shot.
Wonderful shot. Got one off the 4-foot. Opened it up a little bit. Does give Sawhill a chance to draw another one in there, but I think he'll could also just simply guard. Discussing options. Working this one hard to get by. Like I said a couple shots ago, the misses I think for a while are going to be on the over curl side, and I think we just saw another one. So it gives Team Firefighters / Murphy a chance to take on Shot Stone here. They could also just freeze to it as well, try to build up a multiple score in this end. They're down by 2. So a couple choices here. Eric Smith's getting ready in the hack. So I think they've opted to just tap this out, and I think they could probably even roll buried here to try to make things more difficult. Eric was a pioneer, our pioneer tournament runner-up this year, Drew.
Well, he was in the final, but
he didn't make the final. He unfortunately had to work and serve our community.
Yeah.
But
so I'll give him a break on that one.
Yeah. Nice nose hit there. Hit and stayed on the forfeit, so something is going to have to be dealt with by Team Dalrymple.
Eric and Adam were both finalists.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was also on that team that was the runner-up this year, and I was unfortunately unable to defeat the person sitting to my right tonight.
Me.
Drew Gratton and his team of Noah Riggs, Rajan Dalrymple, and Cameron Solage. So
pretty good team player, I gotta say something about it. But.
So lots of discussion here about this rock back four. Eating up some time clock here tonight on Monday night. Men's Moosehead Mondays. I think we've burned about 2.5 minutes. I think they've opted for the freeze. Trying to generate some more offense here. Definitely an interesting call. Sweepers are on this one early. Definitely over curling the the shot rock, but I think they did get buried around that corner guard. So a little break there once again for Team Murphy. I think you can follow that down, sit on the side of it there, and cause some trouble for Team Dalrymple for sure. I think red is shot rock at the back four. Adam's thinking about guard and shot rock here and taking his, if he can ride this out for a couple of rocks, maybe draw for 2 on his last one. Now he's looking at maybe a run back. Maybe those are lined up pretty good on the back one, Drew.
Pretty lined up. Hit anywhere probably gets it. But.
Yeah. So a couple options again. I think he's calling the top 12-foot guard. See what Eric can do here. He made a nice hit and stay on his first one. Looks like Adam might be coming out to give his support to the sweeping cast. Definitely trying to work that over.
Slowly
seems to be fairly wide open.
Yeah, I don't think that's covering much.
So a little light. I think if you had the right weight there, I think that sails to the top 12 and is probably guarded, but obviously got a little wide into the heavier stuff out there on the edge. So a wide open hit here for Team Dalrymple to lie 3. Skips rocks to come. Sahil with his first of the second end. Wide open hit for 3 here. Trying to, I think the only discussion was where they were going to roll this. So I ended up making a hit and roll there. What that does is kind of force Adam to play probably the only shot he doesn't want to play, or that you don't want him to play, is a little tap and tap things back forward. It's going to be hard for Sawhill to remove it on his second one. So a little freeze tap here. We saw this spot curl quite a bit, so there'll be no lack of curl here. Should be able to get right to the face of that blue one. I think even if he was to get around that and freeze to the back one, he might be shot there as well. So a couple options here. And even if he gets tight to the guard, he could tap that one on the tee line a little bit and stay partially buried, and it would be pretty much impossible to remove. So there's the top 3 options so far. Just gotta find the right weight. See if they can get this one by. Actually wrecked pretty hard on that, so I ended up kind of blocking off any of his draws as well. So unfortunate leave there for Adam. Not only did he miss the shot he wanted, he kind of guarded the next one as well. So the only thing I think he does have is a little raise on the blue-red. I think they're lined up pretty much onto the ones on the 4-foot. So he will have some options, I think, on his last one. So I think the call by Sahil was to guard that blue-red raise that I was referring to a moment ago. Seems to be the only way in for Adam at the moment. So he will have the raise on the center guard, but that's a lot tougher. He has to worry about line and weight, but I know that blue-red combination, you really just got to hit anywhere close to nose, and I think that would come back right on the one on the 4-foot right now. So I think the guard attempt here. Doesn't look like a lot of ice. It might over curl, if anything, there.
Well, they're making it curl, so it can't over curl.
Doesn't look light either.
And
quite heavy on the guard attempt there. Got a little lucky that he didn't open things up too much. Might have tapped it in to only be lying, I think, 2 at the moment. So got a little fortunate that everything was kind of still blocked off. That had to curl a little bit more. He might have made Adam shot for him.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't light.
Still going to be tough to get in there for Adam. Probably draw with the outturn through the hole might be able to be there. Or even a hit and roll off the wide blue one as well. I think the draw through the hole kind of gives you some options. You might be able to use the red one to kind of redirect into the 4-foot area.
Yeah. ramp.
It's tough though. You got to find the right line here. That hole's not huge. So last shot, the second end for Team Murphy. Actually, last shot period. Sawhill Dalrymple's team looks to be lying 2 for sure. Might be a measure, or I know we don't have an overhead, but it looks close with those for the third point. So Adam Murphy with the out turn, trying to draw through the hole to the 4-foot area. Fairly close with the weight on the last one, just a matter of finding the right line here. On it for trying to keep it straight. Looks like it might be already on the center guards.
Yes, it is.
So now we're going to have to just wait and see if that's a score of 1 or 2. We're going to take a moment to add them up and get the proper score for you folks, and we'll be back after this tiny little break. All right, back with you for third end action of Team Dalrymple versus Team Murphy. Actually, we're going to send our on-ice correspondent out there to find out how many we scored in that second end.
They didn't put it up when we were up there last.
They hadn't posted the score yet, but we're going to actually we'll give it a minute or two and we'll check again here. Definitely we're going to put 2 on the board for now.
Be optimistic.
Be optimistic here, and then we'll have a quick look when they do post it. We weren't sure by looking at the overhead view of what it was there. So anyway, a corner guard here for Team Murphy to work with. Need to get on the board here with Hammer. That's always the benefit. That's a little prize you get through when you give up a few points. You get to keep Hammer. Yeah. It's kind of my favorite part of giving up points. That's the only part I enjoy.
Hammer's always fun until you score. Then you don't have it no more.
Is gone. Just needs to slow down.
This is not going to slow down. Back, gone.
Currently just having trouble finding the right draw weight here. Definitely had a good line there. I think if it had the proper weight, it would have been right in behind that corner guard. So Team Dalrymple with a couple decisions to make here. Sometimes you never know where to put this third one in the rings. It just seems to always help the other team no matter where you put it. I think they decided just to put it in the 4-foot again.
I believe so, yes.
I don't think you want guards in this situation if you're Team Dalrymple. And you also don't.
It's a bit light, eh?
They've been working it hard. I think they're going to get it in
they
there.
made it.
Probably shouldn't change Adam's thought process. Probably still go around that corner guard, I'd say. We'll see what he comes up with here. I think this is still a good opportunity to come around the corner guard. I think you could also come around to the back ones and even tap those a foot there.
They're hitting.
Create
They're
your
trying
own
the
pocket.
triple.
Wow. Yeah, it's a defensive call. I think when you're down by a few points, though, you could probably try a draw here at some point and generate some points that way. Wouldn't be worried about who's on the button just yet.
No, I would not.
Trying to make a curl here. Need to stick around for sure.
Yeah, they
So
rolled
good
just
shot.
swing.
Little roll to the wing here. This is the first opportunity for Team Dalrymple to peel a corner guard, so I think he's going to take this chance to do that. That's why I think Adam probably should have used that corner guard on his last attempt, just so may as well use it while it's there. So appeal upcoming for Jaden Colwell. Sweeping it hard right away out of his hand. See if they're able to save this for him.
Just nosed it.
Just nosed it. Changed the color. It's now a blue corner guard. So now is a good chance for Mr. Murphy to use that corner guard. When you see the other team's trying to get rid of it and they don't, that just means that you should use it. It means it was a good idea.
I think
right there, that's where you
there
want it.
he got the call eventually.
Yeah, no, you got there. Very hard out turn draw. We'll see if they can find draw weight here, and need to get it in play. Need to get it in the rings. Plan A, and then hopefully buried around that corner guard. Plan B. Not touching it early. It probably indicates it's a little heavy.
I was sweeping
Oh,
it.
now they're dusting it a bit.
I think it might be a little bit light. Looks good, but will it get buried? Yeah, oh, that's fine.
Eric Smith on the carve there, trying to get it buried.
With his new Balance Plus broom.
New Balance Plus broom. Black.
Matte black.
Yeah, he was very proud of it. So good shot there by Darren. Lying first and third shots. Not really important that wasn't shot at that point. Sahil's going to deal with the open one. If he were to nose this or roll out, it does give an opportunity for Adam to sink another one around that corner guard, maybe set up 2 or 3. Trying to remove the red rock, unfortunately overcurled and jammed it. Worst possible scenario there. Does get it out to for third. It is third shot, but Adam should be thinking about drawing around another one around the corner guard and setting up a big end here. Big opportunity for Team Murphy to get multiple on the scoreboard. We've sent our on-ice correspondent out to just check and see if they've updated the score in the second end there, so we can get some accurate numbers for you. Right now we have it at 4-0 Team Dalrymple with a steal of 2 in the second end, but we're only about 50-50 on that one. It could be 5-0. It might have been a steal of 3. We're a little bit at the will of the teams to post their scores after each end, so we're going to have a look once our correspondent gets back in the control room.
Not there.
Well, breaking news from our on-ice correspondent that the second end has yet to be posted, so we're still not sure. But we've it was 2 for sure and maybe 3, so we'll leave it at a 4-0 lead for Team Dalrymple at this time. We'll send a memo with our next media briefing to update the scores a little more frequently, so we can keep all our millions of fans at home updated accordingly.
Our 9 views. Maybe a couple. What?
What's that?
Our 9 views.
Oh, that's fine.
Maybe
Perfect.
maybe the zeros are hidden somewhere.
Yeah, there's a couple decimal points there. So didn't quite get buried there. Perfect draw weight though, top 4. I don't know if he's a little wide, maybe took too much ice, but perfect weight. Wide open though, does give Team Dalrymple a slash double here to get rid of a couple. Trying to get it to curl, I think, by Jaden Colwell here.
Flash.
So yeah, a little miss there. Another couple breaks here in a row but for Team Murphy. A little jam on the first one. Wide open miss on that one. So Team Murphy has a chance here to figure out where they want to put a third one. Don't think they should be worried about the one at the back just yet. The blue one. So we'll worry about that later. I think they just spread these ones out. I think this is a good call. Go to the other side. I think if you come around that corner guard at this point, Drew, it just leaves a half rock double for Team Dalrymple to kind of hit and roll and stay behind that corner guard, take your end away. So I think you're happy with the scenario on this side of the ring, so you're just trying to spread them out as much as you can. Put it on the T-line, edge of the 8 over here, and then see what they do. Maybe not even T-line, top 8, let's say, so there's no, makes the double tough. Right now there's no easy double. They want this one in the rings though. They don't want to leave a center guard for Team Dalrymple to use, so they want this in as much as they can. Definitely need this in. So when you have hammer down by a couple points, you definitely want to be throwing center guards, but that looks to be what happened there. So a little chance for Sahil to either make the double here or roll buried behind the guard that you just left them. Going with the out turn. Or the in-turn side, sorry, and then try to maybe make a little hit and roll here buried. I think they've given up on the double attempts. So nose hit, still wide open for Adam Murphy to make this hit. It will be only lying 2, so if they were able to roll buried here, would put some serious pressure on Team Dalrymple to make a shot, and otherwise they'd have a wide open hit on the back 12 for maybe 4. Going with the same turn, in-turn side for Adam here. Not really any double if he wants to take on that one at the back. Not really any opportunity to do that right now. I think if he makes contact with the one at the back on the shot and rolls behind the corner, I think it will take out his red rock. So just trying to hit and stay. Rolling behind the center guard would be amazing.
I would be definitely playing A+.
Yes. Trying to make this curl, hanging out on him. I'm not sure if he will wait till they move out of the way, see if he's hung around to lie 2. Yes, he did. Yeah, so he rolled pretty much buried there. So good shot, really. Wasn't really too concerned that it jammed on the back one. I think he'd kind of block those ones out anyway. So 2 buried behind the corner guard in good situation. So a couple decisions have to be made by Team Dalrymple here. Various options. Tapped about 5 spots on the ice so far.
Can't miss a shot if you call it every shot.
That's right. Let's see what they finalize here. So they've so far talked about the draw around the center guard, the freeze around the corner guard, and now they're looking at the run back on the corner guard into the ones on the edge of the 8-foot there. I think they've decided on the draw around the center guard.
See, it looks like
So really needs only a piece of the 8-foot here to get shot rock, and hopefully he's hoping to get buried around that center guard. Once again, that's the center guard that Team Adam Murphy did not want to be thrown there. That was the one they were trying to split the rings, and left it in the worst possible spot to kind of take this end away, or at least give Team Dalrymple a chance to take the end away. You don't want to be throwing center guards when you don't have hammered down by a couple.
No, you do not.
So an opportunity here needs to be made, or else you're looking at maybe giving up a multiple score. Not touching it so far. Coming out
heavy,
to sweep it. Looks to be heavy. You don't need to. Probably didn't need to sweep that too much. So a chance. I don't know. This will be a tough one to get out and lie 4, Drew, but might be something you want to take on. I think it's there with maybe hack weight or so, but
Just hack weight.
just hack and maybe hit it half a rock on the high side with hack. You might be able to get 4 here. There is a wide open draw at the 8-foot for 3. Gets right back in this ball game. Don't know if you saw the news, Drew. Adam Murphy just signed a 12-year deal for $765 million to
Play with
play with these firefighters.
Oh, did he? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Actually, 15 years, wasn't it?
15 years, $765 million.
Yeah. I know.
for
Well,
Adam Murphy and Juan Soto to play for
Yeah, I think he was
the Mets and the Firefighters.
I think Soto was only available on weekends, but I think Adam
Soto's
Murphy will be
part of-
there for most of it.
Juan Soto's part of the Spiel team.
Yeah. So I think he's decided on just a draw to the 8 foot for 3 here, going with the out turn. This is almost the same ice you'd take, probably throwing hack to board on that black blue one too, so I'm not sure what they ultimately just wants to make sure something's in the 8 foot after this rock. It looks like he's throwing quite a bit of weight, so they are taking on this hack waiter at the back, Drew.
Is he? Wow.
Yeah. If they weren't before, they are now.
Gotta get
Got to
that
curl a long way.
I don't think it's gonna make it.
Yeah, way too heavy there. A little wide too, I think. That's where that's where it went through. That's exactly where the broom was. So 2 points for Team Murphy in the third end of
Firefighters.
play. So we're going to update a score. We're also going to check the scoreboard from the second end just to see what happened there again. And we'll get back to you after these commercial breaks. So back to our feature games. They're our fourth end of play, sorry. We're still waiting for our on-ice correspondent to come back and update the scores for the first 3 ends there. We're still a little bit of a mystery on if Team Dalrymple scored 2 or 3 in the second end. They had yet to post it, so maybe after they've posted the 2 for Team Murphy in the third end there, they'll update the second as well at the same time. So shouldn't be more than a minute or two, and we'll update you on that. So starting off the fourth end, Team Dalrymple does have Hammer up at least 4-2. Team Murphy tried to throw a center guard, over curled a little bit, and probably gave them more of a corner guard than anything else. So we're going to play a little tap here and probably try to remove that from play. As you can see, it's curling quite a bit here. They're taking about 1.5 foot of ice with, looks like probably about board weight. So it is still bending quite a lot since we hosted the provincial championship here a week ago. Keeping it straight off and on for most of it, so. Great shot there. See if they can hang on. And it does. Yes, does hang on. So something to think about. Doesn't need to be dealt with right now if Sawhill doesn't want to, but he's going to use it as backing and freeze down to it. I've been told our correspondent is out checking all the sheets here and getting your updates across the board here. We have 3 other games going on here on Moosehead Mondays, and we'll update you on those as well. So a little miss there as well, but another chance for Team Murphy to come around that corner slash center guard here and maybe get some offense going for Team Murphy here in the fourth end, sorry. So we have some folks watching via YouTube this morning. Just give us maybe a little shout out where you're watching from, and we'll give you a shout out back. I've already had some comments referring to our commercial breaks from the Matheson household. So glad you're enjoying our broadcast. We'll try to fill in some more commercials. Our sponsor here on Moosehead Mondays is Moosehead Breweries. So if you're looking for something to do on a Monday night, come on down here to Moosehead Mondays. There's 2 draws of curling, 6:15 and 8:30. 4 draws each time, and some great curling, great atmosphere. Come on down and have a beverage with us all and enjoy some great curling at the same time. So, on ice correspondent just returned to the booth. Let's see. First of all, do we have an update on our feature game from sheet 3?
N2, or the debate over if it was 2 or 3?
Yeah,
It was 3.
there was 3. So
So we
we
gotta
need,
add
we need to
one.
update our scoreboard.
Add 1.
There you go. All right, real-time information for you folks, so we don't hold anything back.
On sheet 1, Team Jeff Munn is up 4-2
Okay. Oh, that's over Kirkbride, right?
over Kirkbride, yeah.
Yeah.
On sheet 2, Team Hill, skipped by Dean Grattan, is up 5-1 over Team Bellevance. And Team Evans is up 3-1 over Team Monroe.
Team Monroe, that's on sheet 4. And as you can see here, folks, we're just going to transition here. I'll show you what we have going on here on Moosehead Mondays. There's our 4 sheets of action. So once again, sheet 1, Jeff Munn versus Team Kirkbride. And Team Hill versus, who was that again on sheet 2? Bellevance. Our feature game on sheet 3, and then Team Monroe and the matching Moose jackets there you can see are taking on Team Evans. So lots of action here. Once again, come and grab a Moosehead beverage and enjoy some great curling action. So back to our feature
The
sheet.
special chicken noodle soup and a sandwich for $10.
Oh, well, there you go. Chicken noodle soup and a sandwich. And there's our beverage in that, or is that? Well,
I think that must be
you
it.
would get a beverage anyway.
Yes.
Like, who wouldn't, right?
Yeah. Well, the
So,
soup broth.
It's
is the
Moosehead
beverage.
Mondays, sure. You got to get a Moosehead.
True that.
All right, so pretty wide open action here. They tried to peel the corner guard off by Team Dalrymple there, and ended up getting a little fortunate and took the one off the back of the 12 as well. So Team Murphy was able to split the rings here, and put our only rock in play at the moment is the one edge of the 8-foot. So Team Dalrymple tried to call a freeze down to that one, but looks a little heavy. Actually, weight was pretty close, just didn't curl for them. Not sure if they were a little wide or missed maybe too much ice there, but didn't curl for them. So Team Murphy has a chance. You always hate leaving rocks around when you don't have hammer here, but you are down 5-2, so you could freeze on this as well, or just simply hit and roll. Maybe force Dalrymple into 1 point here in the 4th end. Try your chances next end to score multiple points. Looks like they're decided to throw like board, control weight, hit and roll off that blue one at the back 8. Working this one hard. I think there's lots of options. Even if you overcurl, you're able to come off your own. But looks like it's got a great shot. What that does though is create a little pocket for Team Dalrymple to draw it down to. Looks like that's what he's going to do. It's the same call he did on the previous shot, just didn't curl enough, so let's see if they can make that adjustment. I'm actually sporting a Moosehead's beverage at the moment.
I think Team Murphy would be in the running for the pitcher right now.
Yeah,
I didn't
we'll
see
actually
it
give,
when
what is this, the fourth end? We'll give folks the updates
At the
and
sixth.
little story on our little contest we have here on Moosehead Mondays. Looks like this one's hanging on them as well, but this one might be a little bit
When I
heavier.
walked around the ice shed to look at the scores, I didn't see any other twos.
Well, it's a sixth end though, right?
No, I'm just saying, if it ended right now, Team Murphy would be the winners. And it don't matter if you win on Monday, as long as you get the pitcher is all that really matters.
Yeah, so a little update for folks on Moosehead Mondays. In the sixth end of play, on each of the 6:15 and 8:30 draws, if you score 2 in the sixth end, you are entered. Actually, you claim you claim the prize of a free pitcher of
If
beer
you're
for
the
your
last
table.
person
But it
score
needs
2.
to be there's only one pitcher available. So if 4 sheets score 2 in that end, in the sixth end, it's the last one to do it that wins the pitcher. So you'll see a lot of teams actually. I think week 2 of our Moosehead Mondays, Team Monroe had a wide open draw to the rings for 3 and then threw it through just to simply have the pitcher of beer in their back pocket after the game, which is something anybody would do, really.
They should implement that at the
I
Briar.
don't judge. It does change the strategy, and it kind of keeps things interesting. People are looking across the sheets and keeping an eye on what other teams are doing in that sixth end. So it is fairly interesting. So anyway, we'll give you updates on who's taking that home after our sixth end of play. But back to our fourth end of play. A little freeze attempt was missed by Team Dalrymple, but also missed by Team Murphy. So Team Dalrymple does lie 1 here, back 8. Another chance to get one right on top of that red one. Set up a multiple score here. They've been having trouble with this line so far. Working this one hard. It does seem to be curling quite a bit. See if they're able to hold it on the. Needs to be down on the face of that red one. Good shot there. Something to think about for Team Murphy here. I think you could also just, if you're Team Murphy, you could simply just come down, nose tap that one that was just thrown and stay right on top of it. It'd be hard for Team Dalrymple to move, so. Definitely no shot to get rid of both of those blues as far as I could tell. I think the call would be and should be just a nose hit this, maybe a little bit on the inside just to stay on top of those 2 blue. You'd like to play this with a little more like board control weight just to kind of manage it a little bit with the brooms, but Adam likes to throw these ones fairly hard.
Hard is what?
Like normal for, like he'll be like a 9.5 seconds on this one, I'd say.
Alright. We'll time it. We'll time it.
Well, you're just going to count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So we're going to say 8.5 with our high-tech. So unfortunately didn't move anything really. Needed to come close to nose on that one in order to do anything good. So ended up in the worst possible scenario there for Team Murphy. Kind of ticked both, removed the backing, but
Yeah.
left both blue rocks in play.
Really didn't work.
Gives Team Dalrymple a chance to come down to that situation again. Just don't want to come behind the tee line. Give Adam Murphy a little bit of an out by freezing or tapping him on his last one. But if you were able to keep this one top 8 foot, those blue ones are still tough to remove. There's a wall of red ones in behind them. So it's going to be tough. They were able to find the line on the last one and make a good freeze into there. Let's see if they can do it again. Not touching it early. Looks like this might be a little heavy. You definitely don't want to come behind the tee line here. They did. So gives Adam Murphy a chance to get out of this end, perhaps by forcing Team Dalrymple into one. You've seen it a couple times, so you should be able to be fairly close on a freeze attempt here. You don't, even if you were to come down on that blue one, tap it a little bit, the blue one's not going anywhere. So if you get close to nose on a tap here, you're pretty much out of the end. So good opportunity here for Team Murphy to get out of some trouble. Adam's been a little bit heavy on the draw weight so far, so he's going to need, you don't want to tap these things around too much. Just kind of come into the pocket there. Over curl even on the outside one is not bad. But definitely doesn't want to give multiple points up. Force of 1 here is ideal for Team Murphy.
Team Dalrymple has a cluster of blues in the corner.
Yeah, definitely something to use though if you're Team Murphy to get out of trouble. Just got to find the right weight here to come down to those. A little wide early. See if they can get this one to curl. I think if he has the right weight somewhere close to draw weight, it will curl over here. Still got a curl. Unfortunately bounced off. I think that was more line early, looked a little wide. So a little break there by Team Dalrymple was able to get a half miss out of Team Murphy, who had a great chance to force Team Dalrymple into 1 point. But now it turns into a wide open hit for 4.
Yeah, that's probably end the game.
No, you definitely got to keep playing for the pitcher.
Yes, but like I'm just theoretically.
Yeah, no, this could be a game-winning shot here for sure. Moosehead Dalrymple with his final shot of the 4th end. Anywhere close to nose here. You can cross it a little bit. That blue one at the back's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, he kicked out one of his blues out the side, which was the only way I thought you could get rid of another blue. But anyway, only a score of 3. A lot of weight there. Unfortunately, took out one of his owns at the same time. So we're going to update the scoreboard here and come back with a message from our sponsor. So here we are back to feature action on sheet 3. Team Dalrymple versus Team Firefighter slash Murphy, with Team Dalrymple with an 8-2 lead after 4 ends of play. So Adam's going to be looking for a lot of guards, a lot of rocks in play, trying to generate some offense here. Already, Team Dalrymple put one in the forefoot and they're calling a freeze. You need a guard here, for sure. So he's calling a freeze. This is a rock that can be removed by Team Dalrymple, so even a good freeze is going to be blasted out of there fairly easily. So when you're down by this many, you definitely need guards. So he called a freeze and made a decent effort at it, but it is fairly easily removed by Team Dalrymple here. Need guards, Drew.
Everybody needs guards.
Well, you don't need guards when you're Team Dalrymple, but
but
if you're Team Firefighter slash Murphy here, you need those guards for sure in order to generate some offense. Not going to score multiple points without any guards. So
absolutely.
Let's see if they. So that rock's top 8 foot now. Shouldn't be able to freeze on that, so you should be looking at a guard here if you're Team Murphy. Calling the freeze once again. I think the best shot here was just to probably going to be come up light here on this one, leave a corner guard. As a thrower, that's what you would do if you don't like the call by the skipper. Eh? Just if he calls a freeze when you don't want it, just come up light and throw a guard. Not that I've ever done that, and I hope my teammates don't do that either.
I've done that.
That's not good. So working this one over, it's a little. Actually, weight was good. So 2 great freeze attempts there. Perfect weight. Didn't quite have the line, but another shot that Team Dalrymple can easily remove. So it doesn't look like Team Murphy's trying to generate too much offense in this end. Maybe they're just going to play the 6th end for the pitcher of beer. Or maybe hold hammer, blank this end. It's not bad strategy.
No.
So if you weren't with us earlier, in the 6th end of play, the team that scores 2 will receive a pitcher of beer free from Moosehead Breweries. But that goes, there's only 1 of those per draw, so it's the team that scores 2 last of amongst the 4 teams on the ice. So there'll be a little gamesmanship coming down here later as the 6th end plays out. You'd hate to score 2 first and have somebody else do it right behind you, so everybody's kind of looking around, seeing what the other sheets are doing on the 6th end, so keeps things interesting for sure. So another come around freeze attempt. I know Eric Smith's been skipping this end so far, Drew. I don't know if we've lost Adam Murphy for the night or not, but maybe after giving up 3 in the 4th end, he just went out inside and got a beer for himself, and he's watching behind the glass.
Might have.
Moosehead Mondays after all. So another freeze attempt here, freeze, come around, that sort of thing, either one. If this one hangs on, it's in a good spot. It does.
Just about.
So didn't like the guards outside the rings, but he's using that blue one top 8 foot as a guard right now. So run back attempt by Team Dalrymple here. You'd love to make this, but ultimately you just want to make sure you get out of the way of that red rock. If you were able to come close to nose, you'll make the run back, but if you're not going to make it, you want to roll off and expose that one at the back 12. So over curled and missed the run back, but was able to remove it as a guard. So big decision here for Eric Smith to see what he wants to do with this. Is he going to split the rings and be happy with his 2 points, or is he going to throw a corner guard now? Going to come right into the rings. Happy with 2 points at this time. They're off and on early, kind of liked it, so now they're all three of them are working it into the rings. I think we can say that we've officially lost Adam Murphy for the remainder of the game.
Disappeared somewhere.
So Team Dalrymple, or Team Murphy, lying 2. Couple options here. You could hit and roll, play the double. What do you think?
You're up 6. There's really no bad shot.
No, just I think hit and staying is plan A here. Option 1. This is a tough double. What you're doing here is just trying to hit and roll into a place where you make your next shot, your next double attempt a lot easier than this one. So nose hit. Team Murphy looking to nose hit this one as well. Stay there. They're happy with their 2 points at this point. Looks good.
But hang on.
Oh, they weren't worried about it all the way, but kind of left that over curl. Ended up rolling out, so it does give Team Dalrymple a chance to make this wide open takeout, get rid of this red one. So a little mistake there by Team Murphy. Didn't really sweep that. Like they acted like it was going to nose hit that one pretty easily.
So why they might be able to keep hammering.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe they want hammer playing 6. Working this one hard. So definitely over curled that. Missed it. So another chance to spread. No, they knew that spot too. They played the run back there earlier, so I was a little surprised maybe. I'm not sure if it picked or it was just a little tight there. So another chance for Team Smith/Murphy to split the rings here, lie 2 again. Another chance. He rolled out on the first attempt, so another chance to spread things out, set up your 2 points. So able to get that one in the rings, spread them out as much as possible. There is looks to be about a quarter rock double for Sawhill there. No risk in this shot at all. You're just going to give it a rip and see what happens. You're up by 6, so may as well give it a good attempt. You want to make sure you make contact first and foremost, but
Got it.
got it. Played it well, swept it well. No risk in that. Was able to just let her rip and see what happened. So made the double. So another chance for Eric / Murphy / firefighters to blank this end and keep hammer going into our 6th end to play.
The big 6 end.
So Eric's just playing this towards the middle. Just trying to get his draw weight figured out for the next end or so. Not touching it early, just kind of watching it. Looks fairly close for draw weight. Eric's usually pretty close with his draw weight. Makes a lot of these. No mistake. Sweepers love those when they don't have to work them too much. Just kind of guide them in.
Those are my favorite. My favorite are actually peels.
We know that.
You don't. No, sweeping peels.
Mm.
You don't do anything on them.
Don't you love it when somebody throws like a 6-second peel and they tell you to make a curl?
I don't like that part. I just don't do it. Even if they ask. I'm not doing nothing.
So, Team Dalrymple gonna try to rip this one out. Doesn't really care if he stays or not here, I don't think, on this one. Great shot, roll to the wing. So I think you'll see Eric try to blank this.
Blanket, Eric. Come on.
Yeah, you want hammer going into that
That's the call.
6th end, so yes.
One actually might make it worse.
Yeah, you don't want 1 here if you're Team Smith. So a little out turn hit here. I think he's just going to throw it hard and try to hit the inside of this rock, roll out to the center line side, but he'd be happy with any contact. He just doesn't want to stay on this one. And we're off. Cleaning it right now. Great shot by Eric there. Blanks the 5th end, and we're heading into our 6th end of play. 8-2 for Team Dalrymple. We will be looking around the sheets and seeing where they are in relation to the other sheets and see if they can score 2 points in here and at least get the consolation prize of a free pitcher of beer given away by Moosehead Breweries, who sponsors our Monday night Moosehead Mondays. So they'll be looking around. I think we're going to hear. Let's take a look. Looks like all the teams are into their 6th end of play. So our feature game is on sheet 3. Looks like it will be finishing the 6th end the last. So that's good. As I've mentioned earlier, it's the last team that scores 2 in this 6th end on the early draw that gets the pitcher of beer from Moosehead Brewery. So looks like all the other games will be done by the time are done the 6th end by the time our feature game is. So if Eric Smith or Sawhill Dalrymple was able to steal 2, they will get a pitcher of beer from Moosehead Brewery. So something to look out for here, folks. So Eric changed gears as opposed to what he did in the fifth end there, and called the corner guard, which I like. Great call. You want those guards up when you need to score multiple points, but called the corner guard and was the lead was a little heavy there. Threw it through the rings actually, so that's unfortunate. Unable to generate some offense by doing that. So you'll see Team Dalrymple plug up the middle a little bit more. You don't want to leave this as a guard. You want this in top four, but a little heavy maybe, so you might see Eric maybe freeze to this one, give up on the corner guard. You could still throw a corner guard, which I like here. So yeah, a little heavy back eight there, so it does give some Eric Smith and the Team Murphy / Firefighters / Eric Smith something to work with here. So we're looking to come around with the intern this time for maybe get around that one top eight, use it as a guard. All right, we have some updates from our correspondents around the sheets this morning or this evening. So, Drew, what do you got for us so far?
Team Jeff Munn is up 6-4 against Team Rick Kirkbride, and he has a pretty good setup for two. So
okay, that's the sixth end of play. Let's go to sheet one and have a look.
That's what we're looking at.
So
I believe it's Jeff Munn is blue, if I remember. So.
Yeah, and ignore our scoreboard at the top.
It might be a 4, so I don't know what that's going to be, but
okay.
Anyway.
Sheet two.
Sheet 2 is Team Grattan Hill versus Belvance, and they're up 8-1 for Grattan. So this is
Dean Grattan is Red Rocks throwing right now. Looks like he's lying 2 on the button as well, throwing. So good scenario for him as well.
And this is 6 end.
Sixth end, so he'll be looking to score 2 and get his name in the draw for the pitcher of beer as well. So looking good for Team Grattan there. Let's go over to sheet 4.
And that is a 5-3 lead.
Our cameras seem to be unavailable. Let's go across the sheets. So sheet 4 is on your far right there, folks.
Yeah, that is that's 5-3 for Team Matt Monroe.
Oh, 5-3 for Team Matt Monroe.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Team Evans, I think, is throwing right now. You can see our feature sheet just to the left of that as well. So it looks like a steal of 2 for Team Monroe on that end as well. So they're in the running for that pitcher there, Drew.
Yeah,
they've scored 2 in their sixth end.
So right now they own it.
Right now they own. Yeah, that's right. Well, Dean. Actually, we're going to keep it here on this view for now. How about that?
I like
We're going to keep it for a few minutes just until our
see everything.
Just until our our free pitcher of beer game is over here in the sixth end. This is the sixth end for everybody you see on the screen. So Matt Monroe owns the pitcher at the moment, but once again, it is the last team to score 2, not the first.
Oh, and their handshakes.
Oh, and their handshakes.
That would make it a 7-3.
7-3 win for Team Monroe.
Over Team Evans.
So back to sheet 2. It's Team Hill versus Team Bellavance. Team Bellavance throwing, looking at 2 Red Rocks right on the button here at the moment. Going to try to remove one of those Red Rocks on the button, I believe. So as you can see in our feature game there, looks like Team Murphy was able to get one buried around that center guard. So a little trouble here, and it looks good for a couple points here for Team Murphy. Looking to score 2 here. Dice for Team Bellavance there, trying to remove one of those Red Rocks. That looks like Dean is still lying 2 points. Yep. So I'm not sure if Dean on sheet 2 has hammer here, but he is lying 2 points at the moment. So Might not want that third point there, Dean. Or
No,
Drew.
I don't think he would.
No.
Throw guard up.
It's going to be hard actually to draw in there and lie 3 points on that with that blue one here buried on the edge of the 4 as well. So. So Dean was unable to make the guard there on our sheet 2, which is the right side, left side of the screen there. So the little raise attempt here by Team Velivance, but they're going to try to raise this red one onto the blue and remove both of those red ones on the button. And on our feature game on the right-hand side there, you can see Sawhill tried the run back on that center guard. So Eric is lying first and third, I think, at the moment. Looking to put up a guard. He'd love to score 2 points here. So Team Velivance, big shot here on sheet 2. Actually, we're going to zoom into that right now and watch this last shot. Wants to hit it right on the nose, I think, and just tick that blue one on the top 4 onto the red and maybe get a multiples moving there. He is down by a few points, so I think this is for pride at the moment. Sheet 3 and see if Eric was able to make that guard. Looks like it's over curled a little bit, so there is a chance for Sawhill to remove that one top 8, or he's going to play the run back again. We'll come back to that.
Well, we'll see it right here. Anyway. We're coming. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to zoom in on this one here just to see if he's able to make this run back. So Team Velivance looking to nose hit this red rock onto the blue, onto the 2 reds. Looks close. What
My
a
God,
shot,
he got it.
Did he? Only still one for Dean Grattan, but took away the pitcher
Wow.
right out of his hands. Just ripped the free pitcher of beer right out of his hands. So they're having a good laugh about it. Really pumped about it. The high fives all around. But I think it's handshakes there.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to our feature. That was fun to watch. So unable to make the run back again by Team Dalrymple. Didn't remove the guard, so Eric's protecting that one on the button. I think he'd be happy to protect that one for the rest of the end there, Drew, and maybe draw for 2 for the pitcher of beer. Let's double check. I think
what are we looking at 1-1?
Sheet 1's finished the 6th in. I was unable to see if somebody scored 2 there.
Oh,
I'll have to double check here in a minute, but they are continuing on in their game. There's handshakes on sheet 2 and 4. But sheet 1 and 3 are still in play. We'll double check for you as all, folks, see what team scored 2, or if any team scored 2 on sheet 1.
Run back attempt.
Another run back attempt, a little tighter guard, so a little easier to make some noise on these ones. So little 3-foot run back here should make some damage on that. He's trying to hit the one hit that guard onto the one top 8 and maybe hit the one on the button. Should be able to make some contact here for sure. So hit everything properly, just ended up nosing the one on the when the one in the top 8 foot came back, it did nose the one on the button. So still lying one for Team Murphy. Looking for another guard. You could come around the corner guard here, top 8 or so, and second shot rock and put some pressure on Sawhill, but they've been playing this guard the whole end too, so I don't dislike this as well.
Boy.
So Eric Smith with the guard attempt here on his first one in the 6th end. Lots of room. Gonna need some curl out of this one. Not curling enough, Drew. So I think the dream of the pitcher of beer is over. This is a wide open hit for Team Dalrymple.
Yeah.
If anybody has a chance at the free pitcher of beer, it might be Team Dalrymple at this point.
Which wasn't expected.
And I don't think any of them are drinking age, so I think they might give it to Team Murphy after all.
Yeah. Or
Eric Smith, if he was able to nose hit this line, maybe just miss the back ones, he is lying 3. We'll give Eric Smith a chance to not give him the pitcher of beer. Who holds it now, as far as we know?
I believe still Matt.
Team Monroe.
Matt
We're not sure about sheet 1.
I can probably peek up the side.
Yeah,
of the
why don't
door.
we send our correspondent? Oh no, we might have a big miss here.
We still got the pitcher in play.
Ended up making a pretty good double on his own. So miss there does give. Actually, you don't need to check that sheet 1 here just yet, Drew.
No, I'll stay put.
So draw to the rings for a free pitcher
Hit the
of beer
paint.
by Moosehead Breweries.
In the paint.
Might be our most exciting part of this game so far.
I'm enjoying it.
So anywhere in the paint for Eric Smith. Takes home a free pitcher of beer. Regardless of what happened on sheet 1, if sheet 1 had to just scored 2 there, doesn't matter. Hits the paint. We'll get ready on the replay, folks. We do have replay functionality here. So Eric Smith, oh, he's serious enough that he's hopping up and sweeping out his own rock here, mixed double
Getting
style.
big.
So he knows what, I can tell already he knows what's on the line here, folks. Looks a little heavy, but
I think he's
actually
all right.
He's perfect.
He's
on
got
his
it.
own rock as well.
He got it.
If anybody wants to see a replay, most exciting replay of a draw to the rings I've ever seen. So there it is. Sails in,
What a
had
shot.
great line, and even if he was a little heavy, he came right down to his own as well. So that's our feature, and I think that resulted in handshakes.
I did
so,
see a hand go out.
So we're going to call it an 8-4 win for Team Dalrymple on our Moosehead Mondays. So great game, some interesting moments there. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Moosehead Mondays. We're back to you next Monday. Every Monday we'll be doing the 6:15 draw, coming to you live from your living rooms via our YouTube channel. If you want to come down here to the Gage Golf and Curling Association, we always have specials on for meals, and it is sponsored by Moosehead. So come down, have a beverage, and enjoy some great curling action. There is another draw coming up, but we just don't have it in us every night to do 2 draws. But once again, thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next week, folks.
What'd you do?
Stop.